It appears Harry Kane is off to Bayern Munich, with Fabrizio announcing the deal to be roughly €100 million, which is about £86 million to complete the deal. Very sad times for my Spurs supporting father, but an opportunity. Who replaces Harry Kane? So I have given Spurs the money for Harry Kane. And in the first simulation, we will see what Ange Postecoglou will do. But there's also going to be 2 more simulations, because we're going to see exactly what I would do to replace Harry Kane with the £85 million, and what Dad would do in a simulation with that money for Harry Kane. Strap in. Edin Dzeko was the first name Postecoglou brought in, but the former Premier League winner only cost $1 million. It took him a while, but he finally got some deals done on deadline day, first bringing in Ferdi again from Fenerbahce, which is a good signing, and then loaning Divock Origi from AC Milan with the most hilarious clause in that contract possible. £5 million if they win the Premier League. Unbelievable banter from the Aussie manager there. So Dad, thoughts on Edin Dzeko as a signing?
I'm just going to say 37 years of age.
Yeah.
Never would happen.
No, definitely not a realistic signing, is it? And Divock Origi.
All right, he's not a bad striker,
right,
but
age range.
Age again's 28 in it, so I just don't think that would happen neither. I think the money that we got to spend now, we would spend a little bit more wiser and a little bit younger for a 5, 6, 7, 8 year player on our books.
Yeah.
5 years definitely. Sell him on again for how much we paid for him.
Yeah, because he's been given the number 10 show, which suggests they're actually going to start him, and that's not exactly the quality type of player that I thought Spurs would want to be replacing Harry Kane with.
No.
You need your star guy.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So probably not a yes from us.
No, it's definitely no from me.
Yeah, yeah. It also appears to be a no from the Spurs board, as Ange is now unemployed. So Ange was sacked, Dad, just at the start of November. Nagelsmann came in, which, to be fair, you actually would have wanted Nagelsmann before.
When they were looking for a new manager, it looked like they were going to go for him in the first place, didn't it? I did say to you, I quite like him.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's come in at the end of November there, so it took him about 3 weeks to get that done. We're at the end of the January transfer window now. So it'd be quite interesting to see what he's done, because there was still obviously a lot of money left.
Yeah.
Spurs are down in 11th place. Not great. So if we take a look at the transfers, he has brought in other players.
Right.
He hasn't exactly replaced that striker role yet, though.
No.
Donny van de Beek on loan. He spent a lot of money on a left or right winger, which is arguably one of the positions that Spurs doesn't need.
No.
You've got Richarlison, Heung-min Son, Kulusevski.
Yeah.
You've just signed Manor Solomon.
Yeah.
To be fair, you probably don't need a player in that position.
Yeah.
And yet that's what he spent all the money on. And Levi Garcia, I'd never heard of him. But he's a striker.
Yeah.
He's fast, from Trinidad and Tobago. Spent £21 million because he has scored 8 goals in the Greek league. It's not a replacement for Harry Kane, is it?
I don't think we're going to find a replacement for Harry Kane, no. But to be honest with you,
no, but
I don't
mean like as in a replacement for a like for like. I mean just somebody who plays up front.
Yeah,
just somebody who would play up front who's half decent.
Well, 2 managers have tried, and 2 managers haven't done it so far, have they? In front of us. So.
Yeah, which puts a lot of pressure on us when we have our go. So let's see how he does until the end of the season. Nagelsmann Spurs didn't have a bad end of the season. In fact, they reached the semi-final of the FA Cup, but they were knocked out by Arsenal. So at the end of the season, it's still Nagelsmann in charge. He managed to hold on to his job. They finished in 9th place, Dad. Not great.
No.
Not great at all. That's worse than last season.
Yeah. I mean, I did say 10th with Harry Kane and 13th without Harry Kane in one of my predictions.
You did, to be fair. So they've outdone your actual prediction of it. So let's take a look at the signings then that they actually made compared to. So their top goal scorer was obviously Heung-min Son, 23 goals. Edin Dzeko looked like he is the guy who played the most up front. 34 appearances, he's got 13 goals. He's actually out injured at the minute. Torn hamstring, he's now 38. James Maddison then came in, so Divock Origi, who was only, remember, a loan signing, was pretty much the same position as what he was at Liverpool. A couple of starts when there's injuries, 20 appearances off the bench, only 5 goals. Levi Garcia only got 2 goals. So they have not replaced the goals at all from Harry Kane, nor have they actually replaced Harry Kane himself.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. I said no.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, pressure's on.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see who Dad's chose. Now, we are just replacing the striker. We're not going to use the money for anything else.
No.
All we're doing is selecting a striker, and Dad has selected his from FC Porto, Ivan Nielsen, for £25 million I could get him for.
Well,
that's cheap.
We're talking about the money side of it as well. I did say to you before this video, then I said, I wonder if Daniel Levy had used some of the money to buy some of the other players, knowing that he would sell him.
Yes.
So I did say to you, I don't think we'd get all the money. So
no.
This is the reason why I went for this type of player at that price. But another reason, 23 years of age.
Yep.
Definitely could see Spurs signing a player that age.
Yep.
5 years makes it 28. We could sell him again for more than that.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll make him a better player. But look at the stats on him. He's finishing 16. You
Very
know,
good.
he's fast. His acceleration's 14. His pace is 15. His strength's 15. He's got it all there.
Yeah.
We could make this player such a better player. And for me, he's not a great replacement for Harry Kane because of what Harry Kane brought to the team.
Yeah, the
as
passing
dropping
ability,
in,
etc.
This guy's a striker and striker only.
Yeah.
I've got him to score
you
goals.
say that. He has 13 passing, 14 vision.
Yeah.
He can pass the ball.
Oh, yeah,
he
definitely,
could
yeah.
get some assists.
Yeah.
So I think the main
All
thing
I'm looking
about
for him
this,
to do is bang in at least 23 goals.
Yeah.
That's what I'd want out of him.
As you say, it's the right age group. It's
Yeah.
his first big contract. He's done very well at Porto in real life, etc., as well as on the game. He's fantastic. We've signed him for £25 million. We're at the end of the transfer window. He's got 3 and 4 already. That aggression, etc., is really good for this exact reason. Now, what we did decide to also do is use a tactic based on manager Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah.
So I used my friend Trequinho's YouTube tactics, so you can check that video out with this tactic. This is exactly what he did, and this is based on him watching Celtic last season and built a tactic in Football Manager. So we're not using an overpowered tactic whatsoever.
Well, we didn't want to do anything different, did we?
No,
Except
we've plugged in an Ange Postecoglou
Yeah.
tactic as
Yeah.
close as we can get it into the game.
We're using the same new players as what Spurs have already signed, but we've just changed who we sign as a striker.
Exactly.
That's all we want to do.
And in that tactic is a pressing forward because they use Furuhashi, the Japanese guy up front, quite often. That is, which by the way is going to be the next rebuild following Monday. Make sure you check in for that one. Celtic versus Rangers. So Ivan Nielsen is a very good pressing forward because of that aggression, because of that decent work rate. It kind of suits that role.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we've plugged that in. To begin with, at the start of the season, Dad's done quite well. You are out of the EFL Cup, and you did lose the first game to Liverpool, but the rest of it, you beat Chelsea 4-0. So that's absolutely phenomenal. And Ivan Nielsen scored 2 goals, and James Maddison also got 2 goals.
Good. I'm glad to see him starting as well.
Yeah. So you're starting to score a lot of goals now. Obviously, no European competition, but let's just see how you do.
Yeah. I mean, the next game forward against Brentford. That's who the first game is on Sunday.
Happy days. Yep.
Today, I think as this video's going to go out, we're doing it on
Absolutely on the
So
Sunday.
today,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll settle for definitely a 4-1 win today. Then come on.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see how you do with Ivan Nielsen in the game at Spurs.
Come on.
Okay, so you finish in 6th place.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's better than I said I was going to do.
69 points, only just behind Arsenal, which is unfortunate to be fair. They finished just 2 points above you, which, to be honest, you'd probably take because of how good Arsenal actually are.
Yeah.
What's annoying is you threw away that win because you lost to Arsenal at the end of the season 2-0 at home.
So I lost to Chelsea and Arsenal, and Chelsea finished just below me. So those 2 results cost me.
They cost you possibly 4th place. Because 72 points was Manchester City. You would have bumped them out of the top 4.
I mean, when you look at the teams above me, I'll accept that.
Yeah, absolutely. But if we think about the player you signed,
How did
he didn't do too bad.
36. Get
The
in.
Golden Boot winner, Ivan Nielsen, he had more goals than Erling Haaland. That's a successful signing.
I'll take that every day of the week.
For sure. And if you think about, again, we didn't spend all of the money that Dad was given of the £85 million for Harry Kane. We spent just a portion of that on this player. But he did fantastically well. He's actually grown as a player as well.
There we go.
36 goals in 38 league games and 4 assists. Did say you get a couple of assists. 45 goals across the whole season in 44 games. So you got more goals than games.
Get in.
Lovely stuff.
On
Very
page
well
of that.
done,
Out of the
Dad.
rest of the...
You picked
go
a
on.
great
How did
game.
we-
Picked
Give us
a
a
great
cup, give us a
player.
cup.
Did you get? No. Semi-final by Blackburn.
No way.
So the FA Cup Blackburn got to the final, and Liverpool beat them in that final. Blackburn.
I am disappointed now.
Yeah.
You've done me now.
Because you signed a Blackburn defender.
Yeah, did you?
He's
Phillips?
quite young. Yeah. He's very good, to be fair, on the game. You could be quite good in the future. So, yeah, you don't, hats off to you. That's a good signing.
Disappointed with that.
Yeah, I need to beat that now.
Yeah.
So, who did
the rest of the... Hang on,
okay.
I want to know the rest of his squad done.
Well, it doesn't matter too much. You didn't select them. 12 goals from James Maddison, 11 assists.
That's what I wanted to know.
12 from Yves Bissouma.
Yeah.
Kulusevski got a lot of assists, probably because obviously he's got somebody who's going to be banging them in, like Ivan Nilsson. Alright, who did I bring in? Let's find out. It's fair to say that the pressure was on them with Dad's player really performing, and while the team didn't exactly do much, Ivan Nilsson couldn't stop scoring goals. Okay, now honestly, before Dad told me the player that he wanted, the idea that I had in my head, I had 3 players. The first choice was Ivan Nilsson. So, great minds think alike, right?
I'm getting her now. No, I'm starting to think like you do now.
Yeah. As soon as he sent me across that name, I was like, oh, you're learning. You're learning. And also, damn it, I need to think of somebody else. So I went for a couple of other options, and then I decided on somebody completely different, and I'll tell you the reason why. The first option that I did think about was going for Gabriel Barbosa. Fantastic player, but I just don't think it's a realistic sign-in for Spurs. I can't see them going for somebody like Gabigol, unfortunately. As much as in Football Manager, he looks phenomenal.
Yeah, when you look at those stats, I would pray that Daniel Levy would go for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So he does look great. The other option that I did think about is Amin Gori. A player that I'm quite favoured with, to be fair. I've liked him in a few different renditions of Football Manager. I just don't think he's good enough on this to replace Harry Kane. He does have the aggression, etc. He can play from the left, but he is more of a winger than an actual striker, so I kind of went away from that as well. However, the option that I did go for, I think is quite a good signing.
I don't know this yet, do I?
No, you don't. So, I spent £55 million, and I brought in Breel Imbolo, 26 years of age. Now, this guy likes to beat the offside trap, but he has that high aggression that we mentioned with Ivan Nilsson for that pressing forward.
Very good work rate as well.
Great work rate. Yeah. Great teamwork. Good off the ball. Fantastic pace. Strong again.
Yeah.
2 very similar types of player, to be honest. 6'2", decent at passing. That 13th
he's a
for
big
passing.
lad then, isn't he?
14 for vision, so he's also a creator, just like Harry Kane was. Different type of player to Harry Kane's. I think this guy's more like pace and strength, whereas Harry Kane's more like touch and, you know, the first touch, etc. So he doesn't have the technicals like Harry Kane does. But yeah, I quite like this signing, to be fair. I think he's really good. I've enjoyed watching him in his career. Sometimes he plays from that right-hand side, but recently he has been playing up front quite a lot. Got him from Monaco, who only signed him last year. He got 12 goals on this simulation, but I don't know how many he got in real life. He's got 2 and 4 for me so far with an assist.
Same sort of start as I did then.
Yeah, so not a bad start. No. He's played majority of his career in Germany, in the Bundesliga, as more of a winger. So playing him in this different role, from what I understand of Postecoglou's striker that he uses in the role, especially at Celtic anyway, we're saying this, he might play a completely different style of play at Spurs. We just don't know.
No.
But if we're going on what he did at Celtic, this guy was more of a free roaming player because he wasn't the focal point like Harry Kane was.
I think what we've seen from the tournament that they played in mid-season, or pre-season, sorry, this is the formation I think he played that game where we won the cup final in it.
Yeah.
So we've won something this year.
He calls it a cup final.
The Tiger Cup.
Hilarious. So I'm running with this, and exactly the same as you did. I put Van der Ven at left back or left centre back, and Vicario in goal. So my first couple of games are gone like this. I lost in the first game away to Wolves, but Breel Imbolo did score 2 goals. Then I drew 0-0 to Chelsea. I then beat Forest 3-0. I lost to probably the best club in the world. Manchester United. Casemiro got 2 goals, the best midfielder in the world. But for some reason I've qualified for some kind of cup, European competition. I think it's because at the start of the simulation we were in the FA Cup final and I couldn't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
So that's happening anyway. So let's simulate and see how I do with Breel Imbolo. I wasn't great, Dad.
No?
Sacked. So we're going to take a look at this. Right, so you can laugh all you want. I was sacked here on the 27th of January 2024. If we take a look at the Premier League past positions, where did you finish?
9th.
ninth, was
No,
it?
7th, wasn't it?
7th or 9th?
Seventh
7th, just
it was.
outside of
7th, yeah.
Arsenal. So they finished in 4th place under the new manager. But when I was sacked, so we're looking at that last part of January, I was sacked on this day here after losing 1-0 to Brighton.
And you were in 6th.
And I was in 6th, exactly where you finished.
So go back 3 results then.
3 results. I beat Manchester United.
The best team in the world, you reckon?
Yep.
And
And then I
you-
also beat Liverpool. And I lost to Manchester City. So 3 really hard games in a row. And I won 2 out of the 3.
And they sacked you for that?
Yeah, and I lost to Brighton 1-0 and then was sacked in January. And after that, I mean, I must have been close, look, because the game after, they beat Chelsea and went up to 5th. So it's not like I was way out of the top 4. They sacked me when I was still in a good opportunity to get top 4.
After beating Liverpool and beating Man United, they sack you on the next game. That just wouldn't happen, would it?
No, absolutely not. Unless I'd said something really bad in a press conference, possibly. Who knows? I'm gone.
No, I can believe that.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the squad then. Breel Mbolo got 27 goals, nowhere near the amount of Evanilson did.
No.
But of course, Evanilson was also my first pick. Remember that. Breel Mbolo was like my 3rd or 4th pick. He got 27 goals and 9 assists. I'm absolutely fine with that, to be honest. Not much progression, but he is 27, so he's not going to have that much progression. 14 goals and 12 assists from James Maddison. 14 assists there for Dejan Kulusevski. All around, it's not too bad.
No.
And you've got top 4, so you're probably happy, to be fair, because you also finished above Arsenal. But that is not down to me.
I'd be well happy with that, must admit.
I know. So there we go. What's your overall thoughts then, Dad? And what do you think's actually going to happen in real life? And if you had to pick somebody in real life, who would it be?
I don't think they're going to buy another striker. I think Richarlison is his striker.
Really? And you're going to do a rotation with Son, possibly?
Yeah, from what I've read, he likes the role that Richarlison plays. He tried him in that cup final that I was telling you about. He scored 3, had 2 disallowed as well.
They don't count.
I know they don't.
Also, the cup final doesn't count.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that he's tried that formation already. I know he had Harry Kane in that team as well, and he played the number 10 behind him, but he has tried this formation. So do I think he's going to buy another striker? Honestly, no, I don't.
What's he going to do with the £85 million then?
I've told you what I think. I think he's
already
spent that money. He's already spent that money. He might get one more player in, but I don't think it'll be a top striker.
I think it also depends on where he wants to play Mickey van der Ven. If he wants to play him as a left back, because the guy can play both, I think you might end up buying another centre back.
Right, yeah.
Which
I think we do need.
Yeah.
I think we.
Me personally, right back as well. You might need,
me personally, I think we should sort our defence out first. We've got a good enough strike force, I think. Give Richarlison a chance.
Yeah,
he never had a chance last season. With Harry Kane in the team, you're never going to get a chance. So give the boy a chance. See what he can do. He's a class striker. He plays for Brazil, mate. He's the top goal scorer for Brazil in the World Cup, wasn't he? So give him a chance. Let's see what he can do.
He got more goals in the World Cup than he did for Spurs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The only thing I think about him, really, I just think he's got an attitude. He's got a chip, a massive great chip on his shoulder. If anybody touches him, he doesn't like it.
No.
And you've got to calm that down. Get on with the game, lad. That's what I'll be saying to him.
Yeah.
You know? So, the only thing I'm going to say, though, is Harry Kane, thank you for what you've done for Spurs. All the best.
All the best in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's all I can say.
If I had to choose one thing that I did think they would possibly buy, it might be somebody like Dominic Calvert-Lewin on that page right there. Could be an option.
I looked at him.
Yeah.
I did look at him and I thought it's a British option. He knows the Premier League.
Works hard.
Yeah. And I almost swayed towards him. But then I thought he gets injured too many times. I wouldn't buy him.
He does.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble. So I'm very intrigued to see what Ange Postecoglou will do with the
definitely.
money.
I'm waiting for Sunday.
What do you think he will do? Let us know down in the comment section. Do you think he will spend that money on another striker? Do you think he will spend the money elsewhere? Do you think he's even allowed to spend the money? And where are Spurs going to finish? Where do you think they're going to finish? Now we ain't got Harry Kane. You did say 13th. 13th place. I think you'd be a little bit higher than that. I think 8th or 7th.
I hope we do.
Yeah.
I hope he does really well. But without Harry Kane, we're missing 30 goals.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to see where that's going to come back
definitely.
from. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out this video where we did a draft using a retro database. And remember, tomorrow we have another rebuild coming out. Bye-bye.